Well, good evening. I'm Bradford Becker. Welcome to Red Barn Radio. This evening, we continue forward in our 22nd year of broadcasting with episode number 866. Oh. That's worth clapping about. Our guest tonight for episode number 866 is Alabaster Boxer, who we will call, for loss of better words, a captivating fusion of pop and folk. The group was formed in 2022 with a vision to put together some diverse musical influences into something very different. Nick Durham is the band's lead songwriter and frontman, and with a super talented group of players covering all manner of strings, they put together some sounds I think you're going to find it hard to classify in any particular way. I know you'll agree it's special, and you will be glad, I know, that you spent the evening with us tonight. Welcome, Alabaster Boxer.
Hey, thanks. It's great to be here. Well, I've been nervous, I've been nauseous, I've been sick of myself, I've been anxious, I've been restless. I'm like a book left on a shelf. I'm just waiting here for someone to come in, turn a couple pages, pick me up, shake the dust, tell me that things get better with age, and show me something new within myself. You show me something new within myself. I've been hopeless, I've been desperate. There's times I've been hanging by a thread. No, I'm not sleeping, I'm not inspired. I'm spending days laying in bed. I'm just waiting here for someone to come and spark my motivation, pop my top, change all these words from the questions to exclamations, and show me something new within myself. Yeah, show me something new within myself. You've been told sometimes love happens once in a while, once in a while. I've been shown that honey love, that everybody can lie sometimes. So won't you just lie here with me? We can do this, we can make this something all by ourselves. We could change it just the way you'd want it. You bring the heaven, I'd give it hell. Surely no one would object to just two more people trying. It won't be perfect, but what is perfect if not anxiety subsiding? And we both find something new within ourselves. Yeah, we both find something new within ourselves. And you could show me something new within myself. Yeah, show me something new within myself. All right, very good. That was a song called Within Myself. That was the first song that we ever came together with.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Our guest tonight is Alabaster Boxer from southern West Virginia along the 64 East corridor. I guess if you're driving from here to Virginia, or the 64 West corridor if you're driving from Virginia to Lexington, Kentucky. Since the band's debut album release in 2023, Alabaster Boxer received the Born and Bred Folk Artist of the Year Award, a recognition of their exceptional contribution to the West Virginia music scene. 2024 brought another award, Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards Pop Artist of the Year, further solidifying their status as a dynamic force in the music of the region. The band has a couple of new singles released, I see, and also a forthcoming live album scheduled for release in the not too distant future. Is this true? Am I accurate?
Very true. 45
Excellent.
days, I'd say.
All right.
Give or take a few.
Very nice. Alabaster Boxer is Nick Durham, Jason Lockhart, Bill Fraley, Lee McQuaid, Brian Bell, and Scott Hinkle. Welcome back, Alabaster Boxer.
Hey, it's great to be here. Yeah, awesome. Very. Sorry, it's my first time on live TV, you know. That first song was called Within Myself. It's actually the first song that we ever put out kind of as a project, and this is the one that followed that up. On the studio version of this, we featured another great West Virginia performer, a man named Philip Bowen on the fiddle, and we've kind of grown to make this a little bit more live. So this is a song called Heartbreak Hangover. It's about the hangover of the heartbreak, right? It just lingers. You don't ever just really in a relationship and it just like goes away and then you're like, I'm fine.
Did you write that, or are you just coming up with that off the top of your head?
Straight off the top.
That's so good.
Straight off the top.
Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Waking up in this bed in Nashville, I'm not sure if I belong here. I just wanna remember what it feels like to feel. She's heading eastbound for Asheville, where there ain't no turning back here. Yeah, we got miles still left to go before we sleep. But if you change your mind, you get lonely, yeah, lonely. Baby, all you gotta do is phone me, 'cause I'd be around, just waiting for your whole world to come falling down. She don't care what I'm doing, she don't bother, she thinks I'm rude. But I got love and it's left down this way. It's so hard. She don't care what I'm thinking or if I'm even still breathing. But I got love and it's left down this way. It's so hard. I'm waking up while my head is aching. Side effects from my heart breaking. But don't get up on no sweetheart, said I'll be fine. And 'cause there's other girls that'll kiss me when I'm drunk enough on whiskey. And okay, it also tends to happen when if you change your mind, you get lonely, lonely. Well, baby, leave your home, come find me.
wish I'd be around. Swear me your whole world will come falling down. She don't care what I'm doing. She don't bother, she thinks I'm ruined. But I got love and it's left down there, so yeah, it's so hard. And she don't care what I'm thinking, or if I'm even still breathing. But I got love and it's left down there, so it's so hard. Don't care what I'm doing. She don't bother, she thinks I'm ruined. But I got love and it's left down there, so yeah, it's so hard. She don't care what I'm thinking, or if I'm even still breathing. But I got love, hey, I got it, babe, I got it, babe. She don't care, oh no, no, no. She don't care, oh no, no, no. But I got love, hey, I got it, babe, I got it, babe. She don't care, oh no, no, no. She don't care, oh no, no, no. But I got love and it's left out in this soul. It's so hard. Thank you guys very much. You all know what that song's about. So we got another song for you right now called Sing Back. And I'd like to take a second. We got Mr. Corley McQuaid on the dobro over here. And love him very much. The Lone Wolf, fun fact, voice of Grumpy Bear. You might know him as that.
Former voice of Grumpy Bear. We stole him over from the Care Bears consortium.
Sure.
So.
Thanks for being here, Grumpy Bear.
Yep, love you.
Love you guys.
This song called Sing Back. I was ready this time, you were okay, and would you hold it against me if I had every part of you? Yes, I can endure all these ages with a kiss so contagious. Baby, I know that it's right, but harmony, well, the earth's spinning slower. The times go nowhere. Won't you believe in me tonight? Oh, you keep saying, don't it feel like you're always in winter? And you haven't been sleeping for days. If you ever feel lost, don't surrender. Remember, you're only miles away. You're only miles away. Hi, Carly! Won't you sing home? Ready this time, you were okay, okay, and would you hold it against me if I held every part of you? Yes, I can endure all these ages. You got a kiss and it's so contagious. Baby, I know that it's right. spinning slower. You got my time and it's going nowhere. Won't you believe in me tonight? Oh, you keep saying, don't it feel like you're always in winter? In heaven and sleeping for days. If you ever get lost, don't surrender. Remember, you're only miles away. Only miles away. Won't you sing on back? Don't it feel like you're always in winter? In heaven and sleeping for days. If you ever get lost, don't surrender. Remember, you're only miles away. You're only miles away. You're only miles away. Only miles away.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's a song called Sing Back, and I wrote that one a little while ago. It's about obviously being away a couple miles.
Yep.
It's available for any, me and Jason had the vision of using it in like a car commercial.
Yeah, we played a couple songs or a couple shows for a unnamed luxury car organization, and
It would go great in a
it
commercial.
would have been awesome if they bought it, but they didn't.
It's available.
It's still available.
Now for something completely different. This song
Hit me
called
up on
Billie
Snap.
Jean in Ocean.
Yeah, this song's called Billie Jean Ocean. This is about terraforming. No, it's a
Nick wrote
metaphor.
this song about me.
It's a metaphor.
It's also about Bill
I'm kidding.
and terraforming.
The sun is up and the sky is blue. It's a perfect day to be with you. I wanna stay this way forever. With aeroplanes and big red boats, yeah, your radio is going coast to coast. Your local television man is saying that love is in the air. And if I could, I'd build you an ocean. And if I could, I'd build you an ocean. We could swim and go through the motions, all those motions of your life. And if I could, I'd build you an ocean, yeah, an ocean. Can we just lay in bed, call into work, say it's your head, then we lay in bed till tomorrow afternoon? Don't you know that I think you're lovely? In the morning I'll make the coffee, 'cause I just wanna make you feel how you should. You got me all wrapped up in Egyptian sheets with caramel and taffy stuck to our teeth. And if we run out, I will go get you some more. Because the sun is up and the sky is blue. It's a perfect day to be with you. I'd just like to stay this way forever. And if I could, I'd build you an ocean. And if I could, I'd build you an ocean. Yeah, I would, I would, I would. We could swim, we'd go through the motions, all those motions of our lives. And if I could, I'd build you an ocean. Yeah, an ocean. An ocean, an ocean. If I could, I'd build you an ocean. Oh, I would. And if I could, I'd build you an ocean. Yeah, I would, I would, I would. If I could, I'd build you an ocean. If I could, I'd build you an ocean. Yeah, I would, I would, I would. If I could, I'd build you an ocean. Yeah, I would, I would, I would. If I could, I'd build you an ocean. Yeah, I would, I would, I would. If I could, I'd build you an ocean. Deeper than the water. If I could, I'd build you an ocean. Yeah, I would, I would. Very nice shaker work, Scott.
He went to Juilliard for that.
All right. Well, guys, I've been looking forward to meeting you all, and here we are. Welcome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great to be here. I feel great about it. I know Belle's excited. We're all excited for sure.
Well, it was really
Particularly
fun
Belle.
to hear a couple of you talk about how you've been listening to the show and following the show for a time, which is, something that's always lovely for us to know about. So yeah, I'm glad that's that you're familiar with us.
So we're like a long-time listener, first-time caller thing right now.
That's exactly right.
It is. It's awesome.
I'm going to talk with you, Nick, first, and we can also add Jason for color commentary.
Oh,
as
if
he
you
said,
want to. Very color.
over there on the keyboards. And I thought it would be a great beginning just for you to talk about you, about how this all started for you, because you've been writing songs for a long time.
Yeah.
And in the game of singing and songwriting.
Yeah.
Long before this ensemble formed.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
it's going back a little ways, not too far away. Played music since I was 18, kind of out and about, gigging around, trying to write songs and get something to work out, and played in a couple different bands growing up.
And this was where?
Southern West Virginia, so the Beckley area.
Okay. Yeah.
And did that for the majority of my life until I hit 28-ish, and then I was like, all right, I've got to figure things out. Fell in love, got married, had 2 kids, and then I just totally freaked out, and I was like, now I can't do anything anymore, right? I just want to be a dad, and I just want to be an awesome dad. Shout out to my boys, Mannix and Michael. What's up, dudes? And that was awesome. And as the boys got older, my wife, Honora, she was like, you kind of, because COVID happened, I started writing some songs again just around the house, and she was like, why don't you, try and do something? And so I was like, all right, you're right. She was probably just trying to get me out of the house is what I'm going to say. There we go. See ya.
Well, so how old are the boys now?
They're 9 and 7. Mannix is
Okay.
9, Michael's 7, yeah.
Okay.
And so they got old enough, and they were into it, and so I started recording what turned into the Alabaster Boxer album, Currency of Dreams, with Robbie Lanham at Monarch Entertainment in Beckley, West Virginia. And it started out as a really rock album, and I met a mandolin player named Chandler Beavers, and got him on some stuff. Corley McQuaid added in. I've known Bill forever. We've played in different bands together, so got Bill, and then I was like, I want to kind of infuse some bluegrass into it. I got Corley. I called Brian Bell. So I started. I like to like compare myself to Nick Fury from the Avengers. Like I just started assembling the world's greatest heroes, you know. And I was like, yes. And finally, we got Jason in.
It's like, then I need a mediocre piano player with a mediocre sense of humor to sit to my right.
And Jason, we've played in bands growing up together too, and we've always known each other and hung out, and we never formed a band because it would probably just been like a great '90s cover band, and so
The best 90s cover band.
So I let him hear some of the stuff and get his brilliant mind on it, and all the songs started evolving away from what they were, and this sound that was Alabaster Boxer was kind of formed. So I got everybody to agree to do a couple album release shows, and then I was like, gotcha. And so I trapped everybody, and they're here against their will. They have no choice. So
They all got a free blue shirt, though.
that's true. Everybody gets one blue shirt. But just me growing up and stuff was fantastic.
Yeah.
I was born in Baltimore, and I moved to West Virginia when I was 7. So
What took you there?
the
parents,
nasty course of
obviously.
like parents splitting up, and it was like, all right, we'll go live with your grandparents, which was the best thing ever. I was raised by an old Italian guy, Noah, my grandfather. That's actually what the band's kind of paying homage to. My grandfather was a boxer. He's in the West Virginia Boxing Hall of Fame, and
Oh, no
I was like, I want to
kidding.
kind of do something to honor him, because he brought me and my brothers up, and it was great. Couldn't have wished for anything better. You know?
I know
Yeah.
it looks like Nick trains athletically, but
That's true. That's true. I just didn't
he-
have the
he hits
reach.
the
I
bag
could have
once
been
in
a
a while, you know?
contender. Could have been it's just stopped growing. But yeah. But West Virginia majority of my life.
So your grandpa
Yeah.
sounds like a neat character.
Oh man, he was the dude. He was the dude for sure. It was cool. It's just, he had this persona of this like tough guy to everybody else, exterior, but being raised by him, he was just like the sweetest, like most awesome grandfather you can ever hope for.
So at that point in time, so his career was
Oh, yeah,
long
yeah.
past.
Yeah.
This is a young man's career. You don't
Yeah,
box
yeah,
into
yeah.
your 40s. Well, unless you're.
you don't play music till your 40s either.
That's
but-
true. That's true. Yeah, I'm getting close. I'm getking close to that for sure. Yeah, he kind of stayed active in it. He was more back to the like manager, ring guy type of for boxing events and stuff. He was the guy they call.
Well, what strikes me is interesting is that you so you established something musically on your own, and then when you made the calls, these guys
Yeah.
came.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't always do that.
No, they don't. No.
We've
So-
all had a red phone installed in our living rooms. We didn't know what it was for. And then it rang one day.
I was like, hey, it's me. Guess what?
So Jason, how did this end up being sort of like a nice creative outlet for you in particular? This particular kind of music.
Well, I think I've been kind of looking for this band for a long time. I've played in a lot of different kinds of bands, playing a lot of different instruments and different genres, and was getting to the point really for me where I was kind of like, I could not be out late at night anymore, and I could get more into a normal life. And then Nick played me a song I think we're going to play in this next little set called West Virginia Heat that he was working on, and I was completely sucked in and just loved the direction it was going. And these have all been friends of mine for decades. So, and he needed someone from Jersey to come in and be a little sassy too.
It's true.
you know?
It's true.
Well, it's kind of dreamy when you get an opportunity to do something creative with a lot of people who are close friends.
Yeah, and like I said, I was saying before the show, they all have a working car, which is rare amongst a band of 6 people. So it's like we're shooting high.
So talk to me about the vocals in the music. I mean, you guys are a vocal force, and by that I don't mean that like, wow, it sounds like a choir.
Right.
I mean that you have 5 people up here, at least. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 who clearly enjoy singing.
Yeah.
And who want to play a part of that in the group. That doesn't always happen.
and they all come from different. Everybody here comes from a very different genre background and has played very different kinds of music leading to this point. And most of the people up here have been the lead singer of another band at some point too, which we're very lucky about. So I think part of the cool thing about this band is how we've kind of found a way to take all these different sounding voices and put them together in sort of a almost canonical way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really, it's very exciting. Every song that you've played so far, for me, has been just exciting. It's like
Awesome.
Emotional and exciting, and I think at this point, this early in the program, I'm pointing to the vocals. They're just really enliven everything you're doing here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. Talk about sort of where your songs come from, Nick. Are you the sole writer in the group?
Well, it started out that way because, like, I was working on what evolved into the album just kind of by myself, just me and Robbie. And then the last little bit, like, I'd say around West Virginia Heat was when everybody really started dabbling into it. So I'm like really bad about like here's the bones of a song, you know, and then I just kind of give a basic layout of the blueprint, and these guys build the house.
Great bones, though.
Great bones.
Great
Great
bones.
bones. Lots of milk.
Structure.
Yeah. Strong bones.
So is that a big part of what makes this work for all of you guys? Is that you feel like it's not you're not just supporting, but you're collaborating?
Oh, absolutely. I think
Yeah.
we all definitely have our own little. This wouldn't work if there was just one person dictating everything. You know, it's cool because everybody has their little piece of influence in it, and we all get out of each other's way. You know what I mean, and let them do their thing.
And I'll add on to that and say I think that's what also makes it good for us. You know, like it makes it kind of what it is. Like if it was like me bringing a whole lot more than that to the table, then it would just be more of me. You know, but having everybody like with the latest songs that we've got that we'll get to towards the end of the set, that's really what Alabaster Boxer is it's not just a, you know, like one person. It's kind of like you're mentioning the vocals, you know, everybody up here's also a songwriter. So it's taking that pool of talent, blending it, shaking it up, like pancake press, maybe like a panini.
Press it, give it a nice sear, fold it
and
up,
then
put it in an envelope.
That's kind of like
Stamp it.
what Alabaster Boxer kind of
Stamp
is, you know. It wouldn't be the same without everybody touching it, you know.
Yeah. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about the song you're going to play next after the interview. Was this originally, you know, I Belong to You, and then you made it conditional?
Yeah. You know, it was just kind of...
Ooh, we're getting into the deep stuff. I like this.
Well, yeah.
You know, I think it was written as I Belong to You, but then there's that song that's I belong to you, you belong to my sweetheart. Like that one, and I was like, shh. I was like, we can't do that. Like,
Yeah, we
do
can't
that.
afford that.
Whatever
So
that
you
one
had to
is.
add an apostrophe in
Apostrophe, and then you put a past tense, right? So now
Or
it's and then it
conditional
pulls back
tense,
into that
right.
heartbreak, you know.
there. Yeah. Hey, let's get back to some, get away from the grammar and back to Alabaster Boxer here.
I'd belong to you, apostrophe.
I would.
But another fun fact about all of this is Jason has a tremendous skill. He's in the top 7 in the entire world of professional counters.
Counting.
Yeah, it's really a lost art these days, and the fact that
He lets me show it off in front of people.
you know, I
It's
didn't want
pretty
to
nice
say
of
it,
him.
but absolutely. So without further ado,
Is my mic on? Check. Check 1. I got you. Check 2. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Take time to figure out what you learned about when you read in all those books. You probably faked it just to feel alright. When you realize you've been living without proof, you're just another fool.
could make it like a movie with the cheesy ending scene. Where I belong to you, and you belong to me. Try to take time just to figure out what you laughed about when you read in all those books. I bet you fake, dude, just to feel alright. When you realize you were living up to no good. But oh honey, that's the way it should. Hey, you could paint some pretty postcard from a pretty magazine, and it say, I belong to you, and you belong to me. You could paint some pretty postcard from a pretty magazine, and it say, I belong to you, 'cause I belong to you, I belong to you, and you belong to me, 'cause I belong to you, 'cause I belong to you, I belong to you. And you belong to me. Cool. Good times. So, I know I'm the worst.
No, you're getting so much better at it, Nick.
I really am. I'm trying. So, fun fact. Friday, coming up, my wife and I are celebrating 10 years of marriage. It's an awesome thing. And this next song is written about that, writing the album. I felt like it was only right. So that's what this is about. So if anybody out there anywhere, studio audience, long-term love and things like that. It's a song called Worth the While. Pen to the paper, it's your fingers on the keys. It's your mainsails extended, you're just waiting on the breeze. It's easy riding just over the next big hill. It's you want me to love you forever, and I will. Swear bad times are coming, but knowing it will be fine. It's reaching out for miracles and not waiting on the side. It's not getting angry, but just holding each other still. Yes, you want me to love you forever, and I will. I'm not saying every day will be easy. I'm not saying every coast there's a golden shore. I can't promise that every kiss will be as good as the one before. But you got everything I need and more. rolling with the punches, honey. We've been moving through some change. It's making someplace new a happy home with our name. It's everything you ever wanted when your children smile. It's knowing that all of this is worth the while. It's growing old together, but not losing the romance. It's moving a little slower, but still taking time to dance. And if I leave this world, honey, before you do, just know I never stop loving you. Yes, I'll be waiting to keep loving you.
All right, very good.
Did you say I was a world champion counter?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Professional counting.
It just made its way to my brain.
And the best news is,
number 7.
it just got added to the next run of the Summer Olympics. So I didn't want to tell you, and I didn't want it to be now. You'll be representing Team USA at the next Summer Olympics in counting competition.
Wow.
So
This is a whole rabbit hole.
go get them.
Nick, tell them about this song real fast.
Well, Jason, it's funny you asked. This is the song that you were talking about earlier.
It is.
That
Drew me in.
It's true.
Sucked me in.
This is a song that I kind of wrote, pulling from the youth experiences of when I moved to West Virginia, and it was like different. And then growing up in West Virginia was fantastic, and it was amazing. It was so much to do beyond anything I ever thought of growing up, and just getting outside. Or we had like a cliff top overlook we would go to in high school and just hang out, like nothing bad, just hang out and just chill, you know. And it's just so this is a song reflected on that, about just kids being kids growing up in West Virginia, and then kind of coming of age, and things aren't the same anymore, right?
An idyllic youth, yeah.
Very
Beautiful. This song's about Nick's childhood.
Late night driving no cars through your neighborhood views. We were parked out by the cliff tops where no one else knew. And yet time stood still for hours. In that West Virginia heat, I built my courage up all summer for a moment so discreet. And we were fresh in our youth, but we were out all on our own. And some of us went off to college, and some just left their homes. We was too young to be trusted. We were still learning our scars, but we'd all come back for the holidays. We'd tell our stories in the bars, and the lights to shine brighter when you were around. Like a hurricane before me, you're like a fire full of sound, and you made me wanna never ever leave this town. But on the day I left, I took a moment to rest, packed up all my things and I got out. But I come running back to you. 'Cause I come running back to you. 'Cause I come running back to all the things you say. Am I too smart to give you up, or am I just too dumb to stay away? Sometimes this life, it's got me bursting at the seams, but I can't pay off all these credit cards with the currency of dreams. So I took the job that gave me benefits, 40 hours a week, and now my weekends, they don't matter much.
My weekends, they don't matter much.
And some days I like to remember it when I'm feeling incomplete. About the cliff tops where you kissed me in that West Virginia heat. And all my best friends from high school, well, I barely talk to. But it's not that we don't want to, no, it's not that we don't want to. And the lights shine brighter when you are around, like a hurricane before me. You're like a fire full of sound. Yeah, yeah, made me wanna never ever leave this town. But on the day I left, I took a moment to rest, packed up all my things, yeah, I got out. But I come running back to you. I come running back to you. And I come running back to all the things you say. Am I too smart to give you up, or am I just too dumb to stay away? I come running back to you.
Running back to you.
I come running back to you.
Running back to you.
I come running back to you.
Running back to you.
Yeah, I come running back. I come running back. 'Cause I come running back to you.
Running back to you.
And I come running back to you.
Running back to you.
I come running back to you.
Running back to you.
'Cause I come running back. I come running back.
All right. Wow. Well, we've got lots more music and conversation with Alabaster Boxer coming up. I do want to tell you about next week. We're fortunate enough to have a pair of wonderful songwriters from North Texas and Payson, Arizona, from both Brandon Howard and Matt Barr. Music goes way back. Matt has musicians in his family, and Brandon started writing songs when he was in 5th grade. How these two guys met and then became two peas in a pod is a really cool story. The guys are also great players, and I know we're going to have a good time together. That's next week. Matt Barr and Brandon Howard in studio and on Red Barn Radio's live stream. 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. Hey, now let's welcome back Alabaster Boxer.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back. That last song was called West Virginia Heat, and this is one that we just put out as a cut from the live
Nick,
album.
I hate to interrupt you.
Yes.
It almost looks like this area would be big enough for a game of basketball.
It's true. And it's got the hardwood art.
All right, you go ahead and finish now.
Okay, so we just put that out. We have Live at the Raleigh coming out very, very soon, and we released a cut from this, a live version of it. It's a song that is really at the core of it about friendship, first of all, and then about basketball. This is a song called Lever, and it's about friendship
Lever.
and basketball.
Yeah.
Lever. all my friends. But if you find there's too much pressure, yeah, I'll be your lover. Yes, I will be your lover. Time, we're here once again. You're killing off all my friends. But if you find there's too much pressure, yeah, I'll be your lover. Yes, I will be your lover. Yes, I will be your lover. I could be your It's too far, it's too soon.
But it's something to change.
It's too late, it's too new.
But your effort's the same.
But if you find there's too much pressure,
I'll be your lover. Yes, I will be your lover. Yes, I will be your lover.
I could be your.
Nick, I dropped my egg shaker twice.
You know, I was gonna pick it up at 3 different times. The second one felt intentional, I'll be honest.
We'll have to go to the videotape.
Acoustic guitar. We need to get that acoustic guitar on here. Acoustic guitar? Yeah. Ed, again, acoustic guitar center. Okay. We getting sound from you? Maybe. I just get that from upstairs. Are we getting sound on the acoustic? Yeah.
I'm good. I hear.
Good.
Hey, Scott.
Hey. Hi, Jason.
Why don't you drop that beat?
Okay.
Oh.
We're holding.
Good.
Cool.
All right. You good?
While
Ed?
we were checking that guitar, you could have been getting down to this sick beat.
Hold on for just 1 second.
No, they didn't like my intro.
I think Ed wants you to check that. So, yeah.
We can hear this fine.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. All right, you ready again? You don't have to intro this time.
It's probably the player, not the.
Should I say it again, or how's this work?
No, don't say it again.
Am I in my light?
All your bed advice.
Such a long, long way from you. Such a long way from you.
Told me to call, but I called too late. It's not the thought you appreciate.
Such a damn long way from you. Such a long way from you.
And if you find and you need somebody else, just know I can't change the way I am. You might find and you need somebody, ask me to be somebody. Maybe you be somebody. Want me to be somebody. When Jesus Christ and Lord gun can't miss the chance that there was never one.
Damn long away from you. Such a long away from you.
The house closed, the bottom sold, those pretty words on the line in bold.
Damn long away from you. Such a long way from you.
But if you find and you need somebody else, you might ask me to change the way I am. I'll just say I can be somebody, I can be somebody. No, wait, I can be somebody. Can we go on and be somebody? And I've been such a long damn way from you.
Such a damn long way from you. Such a long way from you.
That was such a long damn way from you.
Such a long way from
That was
you.
such a long damn way from you. That was such a long damn way from you.
Such a long way from you. Such a long way from you.
Joining us, folks. Our guest this evening on our program is Alabaster Boxer. They're from Southern West Virginia. And guys, I just got to ask, what the heck was that? That was such a departure from everything else you've done. That is
the newest song we're working on right now. So.
Yeah, is this
That one
so?
might be my fault.
So does this point to a new direction? Or do you feel like you all moving more in the direction of something. I don't know if I want to.
It's hard to say.
There was something sort of like in that sort of dissonant guitar. Was it a guitar line that or was that you?
Yeah, but it's Wurlitzer. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just distorted.
It sounded sort of like, I don't know, Bill Frisell or something. There's something
It's
about
like
it.
Yeah, we come from a lot of different routes to get here. You
Yeah.
know
So
what I mean?
whose idea was that to do that, to add that dissonant element?
I guess that was me.
That's pretty because that's
character.
pretty important in the song. It really.
I
was
like
neat.
to less
really
being
neat.
more of like an out front player and more like just like to add the right textures to the song for like what we're trying to accomplish with it, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a cool song. Yeah. Way to
job,
go.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah, that's the latest one. I wouldn't say that's like the full like direction we're turning, but I think that's a good idea of what we were talking about earlier with like everybody putting their kind of their kind of touch on it, and you're gonna you'll get weird stuff like that. And I think the Currency of Dreams album was kind of in that fashion towards the end too. It changed a little bit. Like there's straight bluegrass stuff on there thanks to these two guys, Brian Bell.
Right.
And
I'll
Holly
always
McCoy.
pull them back to the bluegrass.
That's true.
just a
So
little.
Well, yeah, I was gonna
think
say-
it's just more of a variety of what you might hear from Alabaster Boxer moving forward.
yeah, but you ever seen a pedal board like that on a dobro? Look at that.
True. No, I have not. I have not. So okay. So he does not have to worry about losing his job then. I guess.
Job security could
Yeah.
be.
Well, while we're talking about Lee, Lee, I'd love to hear you tell us about your training and your history. Would you mind? Do you have time?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I come from a more of a bluegrass background.
Yeah.
I am the other flat picking dobro man. My hero was Tut Taylor, who played with John Hartford.
Yeah.
Roy Acuff, he was a Grammy winner, one of the fathers of Newgrass. And it turns out that I'm the only person that Tut ever met in his life that played with a flat pick and played his songs just like him. And actually, whenever he passed away back in 2015, he left me his dobro, which I'm playing here today.
Oh, come on.
This was built for him back in 2000 by his son Mark, whenever they were doing the Aeroplane Reunion Band concert up in Albany, New York. And it was funny, Tut had booked it with John Hartford and then sat around and was like, I don't even have a guitar to play. So his son had to build him one real quick. So they had a
Real
guitar
quick,
factory
huh?
and they put this one together. But I've been playing this one for a long time. I had to drive down to his family farm in Toonsboro, Georgia to pick this thing up.
I'm sure you didn't mind
No,
taking
not
that
in the
drive
least bit.
down there
It
for
was,
that.
It's I always enjoyed every time that he'd hold this for me real quick. I'd have to play a couple notes on it and stuff like that. Hand it back to him and say, "Man, I really love that guitar." And sure enough, I've got it now. So.
Yeah, well, you play it beautifully, and
Thank
so typically then somebody's gonna. We actually, I wonder sometimes if dobro is going out of vogue. It seems to me that during our early years of this program, it was not uncommon.
Yeah.
That there was a dobro on stage, and I guess I just have not seen as many.
They-
Not
there's
on our
no-
watch. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
Are we in a dobro revival period right now?
revival, absolutely.
Yeah, I know about like 5 other people in our whole area in southern West Virginia that play, but that's pretty much about it. Go to a annual gathering of resonateurs. That's what we call ourselves.
Oh.
Because dobro is a brand name, so
God, I
resophonic
bet you guys
guitar.
laugh.
I
Just
love
laugh
that.
and hold your bellies and laugh.
But yeah, it's a nice 4-day.
A resonateur.
Yeah, it's a 4-day long convention for dobro players, and there's about 100 of us that take over the Holiday Inn down in
It's in the
Wilkesboro,
Holiday
North
Inn
Carolina, every year.
In Wilkesboro.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, there's this one guy that makes capos, and he said that he sold his 1,000th capo, and all of us were like, "There's 1,000 dobro players in the world."
So you also played banjo. You were playing, and you were playing earlier clawhammer style.
Yeah,
Is that
clawhammer is,
what you like to do?
That's what I prefer the most.
Yeah.
But I play 3-finger stuff, and it's
Yeah.
it's interesting because whenever Nick asked me to join this, he sent me a couple songs, and Lever, which we played just a moment ago, was one of them. He's like, "Yeah, I want banjo on this." I'm like, listening to it,
And you're like,
I'm like,
what?
There's no way that banjo is going to fit on this song or even work. And then I sat down instantly to I'm like, okay, never mind. He's right. It works. And that's how he roped me in right there.
So I got to believe you. Those aren't the only two instruments you play.
No, I also finger. I'm kind of an oddball. I flat pick the dobro, which most people use finger picks and play kind of like a banjo. I claw hammer banjo, play a little bit of three finger, but I three finger pick the guitar. And I play like old blues, early stuff like that, folk music, singer songwriter, stuff like that.
Very cool. And so, where do you live, and do you do this full time?
No, this is I tried to be a full-time musician there for a while, and I ended up starving, losing my electricity, and having what little bit of food I did have in my refrigerator rotted beyond any recognition. But luckily, this really nice girl that lived upstairs let me move in with her, and then we got married.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and that was 22 years ago.
Bring her out.
And she's here.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Oh, hey. How are you? All right. Very nice. Well, thanks for telling the story. It's really great story about the instrument, and also neat that you flat pick the instrument. So most guys who play dobro have finger picks
Oh, yeah.
installed on their fingers.
Oh yeah, whenever I go to the gathering, I'm kind of the odd man out. A lot of people like to come over and watch me play, and they're just like, "How do you even do that and keep up with us?" I'm like, it's a cross picking pattern, just like Norman Blake used on the guitar, just converted over to a dobro.
Yeah.
And it works the same way that finger roll patterns do for banjo players.
Well, I bet you also you must get some sounds and feels that they can't pull off.
Oh yeah,
doing what they're doing, which is great.
There's quite a few things that, and especially like rhythmic things, which are really good with this band. Doing more kind of things that they don't really use a thumb pick as like you want to use a flat pick, so you get some nice like rock and roll kind of
More
stuff.
guitar-esque
Yeah,
type.
and bring in a little bit
attacks.
of that Dwayne Allman Brothers kind
Yeah.
of influence into it at the same time.
Man, I like that. Thanks for sharing all that.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Okay, who else can talk? Who else has a? I mean, you can all talk, obviously, but
Oh no, the guitar player
Uh,
cannot talk.
let's go.
If
Let's
you
go.
will let me speak. then I will.
I will let you. I will let you speak, Bill. This is Bill Fraley, who's doing a lot of singing tonight, and also playing bass. Talk about you, Bill.
Oh wow. I grew up playing punk rock and 90s alternative rock. So Bad Brains, Operation Ivy, Nirvana, stuff like that. Noisy stuff that your parents hated. Somehow gravitated out of that into playing blues. I just loved playing blues, and then started playing old-time string band music, which is how I actually met Corey Lee and Brian back here. I played in a band for a while with that, where we did some short tours with one of Nick's bands. By the way, Nick's my favorite bass player. He was the bass player in that band. He is my favorite bass player. But when Nick started doing this, he hit me up, and I was in between bands and looking for something to do anyway. And so I came along and thought I only had to play because I really don't like to sing. And then about the second gig, Nick comes up and says, "Hey, I need you to start singing harmony." And that's where I've been since.
So what do you mean you don't like to sing? You look like you like to sing when you're singing.
I have fun. I have fun doing it. It's just, I don't know. I'd rather just concentrate on playing and sit in the corner.
Is it hard for you to play and sing? Do you feel like when you're singing a complicated vocal part, like you have to sort of lay off the bass a little bit?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I usually can't write my harmonies till I get the bass part embedded in my head, and then
Sure.
I'll figure out my harmonies.
You also play upright bass?
Yes.
And so when you were doing string band music, I pray you were playing an upright bass for
Yes.
that? Okay.
Oh,
good,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. This is the, this
we
is
wouldn't let
the
him play
second
on
semi-hollow body I've owned. I usually play solid body basses with my upright until this band, but I didn't want to play upright, but my P bass just wasn't going to work for this, so I had to figure something else out.
When I came in the room tonight, somebody, I said, "So how's it sound?" And she said, "Oh, I love that bass he's got." What is that bass?
It's Epiphone Jack Cassidy. So Jack Cassidy that was in Hot Tuna, Jefferson Starship.
Yeah.
It's his signature model.
All right. You got a shout out from Matt over there.
So I've got a black one. I've got one that looks the exact opposite black with the white pick guard that used to be Nick's. So.
All right. All
It's
right.
actually
Well,
held in the hands
great.
of Jack Cassidy, and then he signed it, and then I sweated all over it when I was playing it, and the signature's not there, but it was at one point in time. And it was cool. Jack Cassidy was a really nice guy. And when I met him and asked him to sign it, his signature's on the headstock, obviously. And he was like, I already signed it right there. And I was like, oh, you got me.
Hey, Brian, I wonder, could you tell us a little bit, could you step up to the mic and tell us a little bit about your training and sort of how you came to do what you do?
Certainly. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a predominantly bluegrass background,
Uh-huh.
and I basically play a lot of string band music and play with these fellas here.
Into the mic, Brian. Into the mic. It's radio.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Man,
It's, yeah.
That's why we don't.
that's why I don't ever have a microphone in front of my face.
I love that.
So yeah, I started out playing bluegrass guitar. Actually, the way I got into playing bluegrass music was through Jerry Garcia.
Right.
So I was real into
Sure.
jam band music and whatnot, and then I
Discovered old and in the way.
Kind of went into that old and in the way route and started listening to bluegrass, and then I got into Tony Rice and Norman Blake and all those great old bluegrass flat picking guitar players. And
That kind of changed your life a little bit?
oh, absolutely, yeah,
Uh-huh.
certainly did. But then I've started playing with these guys and gotten into the electric a little bit, which is still pretty new to me, but here we are.
It is new to you?
Well, I've only been really playing electric guitar in a band setting for a year and a half or so.
All right.
So yeah,
Nice job.
thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I
No,
bought
you
the
don't-
best guitar they make. So.
Yeah,
Is
so I
that-
went out and bought a really good electric guitar.
Yeah, what do you got? Oh, it's a Gibson. That's
It's
like a
Gibson
ES something.
ES335. Yep, satin finish.
it looks like a new. It doesn't look like a vintage one. It looks like a
No,
brand new.
it's brand new. Yeah,
type.
it's like a 23 model.
Did you entertain getting something?
I
in
did
the
until I saw
vintage?
that like $10,000-$12,000 price tag. So I went.
Really?
Yeah, those old Gibson ES335s. Yeah, they're very expensive. So
Inflation,
I thought, well, I'll just buy a new one, and then 10 or 15 years from now, this thing will be worth $15,000. So
Yeah. Right.
He's always thinking ahead. That's his key contribution.
So do you think that the like some of the you can get vintage Epiphones for great deals
you can, yeah.
out there, and do you think they're just not the instruments that these are?
I tell you, I'm a Martin acoustic guy, and I have a couple Gibson acoustic guitars as well that I really like.
Are they vintage?
They are vintage, yes. I have a
What do you got?
collection of old vintage guitars, acoustic guitars. I have
What's
a
your address and where aren't you
74
home?
D30 Martin. I got a 1974 Martin D35 that I play a lot. I got a 1947 Gibson LG1 that I play string band music with a lot because it has a really good mid-range rhythmic thing.
The mahogany instrument, right?
Yeah, and it's small. It's got a small body to it. And then my 74 D35, I play. It's a Martin guitar. I play. I have a string band back home. Me and some of my buddies, and that's the guitar I play in my string band mostly.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
has
bring
a
that
girlfriend
string
in
band
Canada,
to
too.
play on Red Barn sometime.
I would love to. Yeah,
Huh?
it's a pretty hot string band.
We
Yeah.
like string band music on here. It goes right back to our roots.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guys in my band are pretty spectacular.
Your other band?
Yeah.
Let's talk about them some.
So,
He asked.
well, I've spoken with everyone except for Scott, and so I can't leave Scott out. Scott,
You can leave me out. It's okay.
nah,
Scott's
the vocal
got
part,
Scott's got
man.
another really good band too.
Scott, tell us about your other band.
I won't do that to these guys, but they are great.
Yeah, no. Tell us about you in your training. When did you start drumming, and what did it happen in high school for you? College?
No, honestly, I'm the kid that used to pull out like the Tupperware and pots and pans and beat on it in the kitchen floor,
Uh-huh.
But I didn't actually get a drum set till I was probably, I think I was a sophomore in high school maybe.
Huh?
I played in marching band in junior high, but I didn't continue marching band through high school. But got a drum kit, started playing at home. That's why I play in socks. Everybody kind of gives me a hard time for playing in socks, but that's how I learned to play. So, I just keep doing that. So, but no, I've played multiple bands since I was 13 years old. I'm, not 13 years old anymore. quite a few more years on that. But I've known Bill since I was about that age.
Scott used to carry my gear for a band.
Because
So he could get
I
into
wanted to
the
be I wanted to
shows.
be in the bands.
'Cause
He was one of the older kids because he's so much older than me.
I'm the old
So-
man.
But no, it was as soon as I started playing any type of music, it just took hold. And back then I was actually playing guitar, and I still play guitar a little bit, but I wouldn't call myself a guitar player anymore.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, at all. But I mean, I've met all of these guys in different factions where like either I jammed with them or I was running sound for them because I also run sound. I met, like I said, I met Bill when I was a child, and I met Brian Bell and Corey Lee the same year when I was running sound at a festival that Bill and these guys put on every year, and they're good guys. And I've known Nick. How long have we known each other, Nick? I mean, we've just traveled in the same circles, for a while. I met Jason and Nick around the same time because they're both from around the same area, but it's been probably early 2000s ish.
Oh,
we
all right.
run across each other, but I was the last guy to join this little motley crew.
Huh? All right.
Yeah.
They pulled you in. So, hey, what's your sort of rhythm wheelhouse? Like your percussive wheelhouse? What do you like the most to listen to and to play?
Oh gosh, I mean
As a drummer.
I mean, just like as a musician, there's so many different things. Like,
Yeah.
Playing with brushes and shakers and stuff is something I don't do often. So I found it kind of be a challenge to play with these guys because I have to really dial it back. Because whenever I started
Yeah.
playing, it was Bill Bruford rim shots and really hard rock, punk rock.
Okay, so you
like,
just named named the drummer that you like.
big
yeah.
time. I mean,
Okay.
well, there's so many drummers, but like, there's just I had to dial it back, and I really like it because it's a challenge to really try to play with more dynamics with these guys, and it's it's fun.
The less is more
Sometimes,
thing.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you do a great job,
thank
and I also loved your vocal part in
thank
that. Was it Lever? Was it West Virginia Heat? What-
Yeah.
Yeah. You were,
I always had to go back here.
you were
It's so
howling,
loud.
man. No, it was great. It was beautiful. Really, really beautiful.
Thank
Hey, let's get back to some more music with Alabaster Boxer on Red
Jason,
Barn
you want to
Radio.
introduce this song?
Sure. This is a song by a gentleman named Greg Cagno, who now lives in Virginia, but he taught me sort of the very basics of songwriting in New Jersey back in the 90s, and was always a big influence on me. And when I put this band together, I was like, man, this would be a great song for us to play. And I got in touch with him, and he gave us his blessing. And so this will be coming out on our live album that we're about to release. It's called Half a Dance. One, two, one, two. Am I? Sorry. Look at that.
Next.
This is a song by. This is a song in G by Greg Cagno from New Jersey. One, two, three.
Saw your face yesterday, the hometown girl on the front page, and there you were in the air, and come Friday you be center stage. You're an apparition, and I'm stuck in first position. The dancer and the boy were worlds apart. Why should I be upset when I can do the two-step? Just give me half a dance to win your heart.
and a new TV, no. Well, I got better things to do. But I broke my back, for a front row seat. And come Friday, I'll be watching you. 'Cause you're an apparition, and I'm stuck in first position. The dancer and the boy were worlds apart. And why should I be upset when I can do the two-step? Just give me half a dance to win your heart. All right, let's do it. Curtain draws, it's the final bow, yeah. And that's where suddenly you'd see the boy from next door with roses in hand. Won't you come and dance tonight with me? And you're an apparition, and I'm stuck in first position. The dancer and the boy were worlds apart. And why should I be upset when I can do the two-step? Just give me half a dance to win your heart. Give me evidence, give me half a chance. Just give me evidence to win your heart.
All right. It's such a sweet song, and thanks to Greg for letting us borrow that one. It's another newer song. It's called This Isn't Love, and it's kind of that vibe in mind. It's one of those where you look at everything and it seems bad at the moment, and you can't do anything right, and it's all your fault, but you know what? At the end of the day, it probably is. Probably is, but
We'll take the blame.
you're still there. We're going to pitch it if they reboot TGIF, that's what.
Yeah, it's a front runner for the reboot of King of Queens coming to CW. So
That's true. Stay tuned. Here we go.
Well, I can tell you we're gonna be alright, that we won't fight. Listen, it's gonna be some long nights, but who's to say we won't go dancing in the rain, just cursing each other's names? Yeah, who's to say it isn't love? It's another Monday morning and I'm up early, snoring, but I still made you breakfast. But by now I'm sure it's cold, and I forgot to take the trash out. I didn't touch the dishes either. This is all my fault, oh, it's all my fault. But I can tell you we're gonna be alright, that we won't fight. Listen, there's gonna be some long nights, long, long nights. But who's to say we won't go dancing in the rain, escaping from all the pain? Yeah, who's to it isn't love. It's such a romantic Thursday. Your favorite show, it comes on TV, and I lay there like I'm interested, wishing you was interested in me. And I get up to let the dogs out, light something to smoke, oh, I think it is all my fault, it's all my fault. But I can't tell you we're gonna be alright, that we won't fight. This is gonna be some long night. But who's to say we won't go dancing in the rain, just cursing each other's names? Yeah, who's to say it isn't love? Call boss gave you the walking papers and it pointed out all your bad behaviors. It's just another day for you, ain't it, dear? And I forgot to let the dogs in. Now you're crying, your neighbors talking. If you take all my faults, I'd never blame them on you. But I can tell you it's gonna be alright, that we won't fight. Listen, it's gonna be some long night. But who's to say we won't go dancing in the rain, just cursing each other's names? Yeah, who's to say it isn't love? I can tell you it's gonna be alright. It's alright. That we won't fight. Won't fight. It's gonna be a long night. But who's to say we won't go dancing in the rain, just cursing each other's names? Yeah, who's to say it isn't love?
So yeah, just a different form of it, you know, funny kind of love. Coming this fall on. So this next song is the one that actually got us into the pop category for the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards. Yes, and thank you once again to Bill's mother for being there to accept the award for us, and looked way better than any of us ever would. It was fantastic. Thank you, Bill's mom. We love you.
Did she
very
wear a
much.
blue shirt?
No, did not get the memo. And we hope you enjoy it. This is a song called Never Be the Same, one that's kind of personal to me. This is one of those ones that I kind of dug back up, and I remember going through young heartache of like, you know, this is it, this is the end. I was in my grandmother's basement starting to first write this song, and
This one's usually a duet.
it usually is a duet, so.
Anybody want to sing?
So we're just not going to sing the second verse, if that's all right. This song called Never Be the Same. Jensen.
Been waiting for this moment my whole life.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
I've been waiting patiently for the words to change into better, something clever on which we both agree. And I've been seeking honesty, but it's I don't know, so we move along, yet there's nothing here to see. We could take on everything, something else than you and me never be the same. It's something else than you and me never be, no, it never be the same. It's something else than you and me never be the same. Fit together so perfectly. Is your shape and mine, we're like hands of time. We move together, it's elementary. And you're like my favorite button-up sweater. Yeah, you keep me warm through the storm. I don't ever wanna take you off of me, but we could take on everything. Yeah, 'cause something else other than you and me never be the same. It's something else than you and me never be the same. It's something else than you and me never be the same. It would never be the same. Everything all alone. We can take on everything. We can take on everything all alone. We can take on everything. We can take on everything all alone. We can take on everything. We can take on everything. I don't want something else. I don't want nothing else. I don't want no one else. I don't want something else. Yeah, there's nothing else, no one else, something else. Something else than you and me. Never be the same.
All right.
Well, there are many people to thank for our broadcast. First, Alabaster Boxer, our guest on tonight's program. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's radio news leader. You can listen online at weku.org because it's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU. That's NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Now, before we close out tonight's program, I think Alabaster Boxer has one more tune to play for us. I hope.
Be obliged.
Yes. All right.
Yes. So this is a evolution of the band and like a continuation of what we were talking about earlier. So this is one that Jason kind of brought to the group and has some really strong milk-fueled bones to this one. You could tell there was a lot of
This is going so
development in it, you know. But this is it's a great song. Jason brought it, and it was fantastic. And thank you for letting us kind of create what we've got here.
Yes,
So
this is a song about life. You'll get it.
get you here and ready.
3 bottles of wine. It's a lifetime of lessons recessed in my mind. And 3 miles to empty, 3 minutes too long. I don't know when I lost you, I just know that you're gone. And the thing about living, someday that you won't, and the winter will linger, the buttons attached to your coat. Yeah, the world keeps on spinning, has us all by the throat. Just don't forget to enjoy every word, every song, every note. These chords that I play, all these words that I wrote, and all the times that I've tested the holiest of ghosts, the holiest of ghosts. And we're on the back burner, at 3 minutes too long. 3 minutes too long. I can't write my own ticket, no, I can only write songs. And the thing about living, some days we are lost, and the winter will linger, shapes traced by fingers of frost. Yeah, the world keeps on spinning, like it's done for so long, oh, for so long. Just don't forget to enjoy every word, every note, every song. Every song that I sing is 3 minutes too long.
It's a lifetime of memories summed up in a song.
It's the bottles of whiskey,
The games that we lost.
it's the prices we paid were too heavy a cost.
Yeah, the thing about living, someday we're all gone.
But the speech that we're given is 3 minutes too low,
And the crowd's growing restless.
and beginning to leave.
But the singer still has a few tricks up his sleeve.
And this voice is getting louder,
And the band starts to fade.
well, I knew that I lost you.
3 minutes too late.
Well, the holiest of ghosts, no, no notes are wrong.
When everyone knows every word to this song. To this
Every word to the song. Every word to the song. Don't forget to enjoy every word, every note, every song.
Thank you.
All right.
Right.
Song called Holy Ghost.
Well, that's all for our show for this week, but you can see and hear us worldwide as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. And it's always great to hear from all of you who listen to Red Barn Radio's archive performances on your favorite streaming platforms. Speaking of you listeners, please, before, during, or after you enjoy Red Barn Radio, take just a moment to engage with us, your comments, your sharing, your choice to subscribe to our newsletter. That all matters a ton to us. It'll keep us growing and continuing our mission to bring roots music Southern style to your neck of the woods and beyond. And now we bid you good night. Let's stick together, let's appreciate each other, and let's join up again next week for another great evening of music and conversation on Red Barn Radio. I'm Bradford Becker. See you next time.